Helen Keller was born on June 27, 1880, in Tuscumbia, Alabama. She was a healthy and happy child. Her early life seemed normal, and her family had great hopes for her future. Helen Keller was born on June 27, 1880, in Tuscumbia, Alabama. She was a healthy and happy child. Her early life seemed normal, and her family had great hopes for her future. The illness left Helen both deaf and blind. She could not see or hear anything. The world around her became silent and dark, and she was unable to understand what was happening. As Helen grew older, she became frustrated and angry. She could not communicate with others. She often used signs and actions, but no one fully understood her needs. Helen's behavior became wild and uncontrolled. She broke things and screamed when she did not get what she wanted. Her parents loved her deeply but felt helpless. Her mother believed that Helen could still be educated. She read about a blind and deaf girl who had learned to communicate. This gave her hope for Helen's future. Helen's parents contacted the Perkins Institute for the Blind. They asked for help in finding a teacher who could guide their daughter toward learning and discipline. The institute sent a young teacher named Anne Sullivan. She herself had been partially blind and understood suffering. She arrived at the Keller home in 1887. Anne Sullivan was firm but kind. She believed discipline was necessary before learning. Helen did not like her strict methods at first and resisted strongly. Anne began teaching Helen by spelling words into her hand using finger signs. At first, Helen copied the signs without understanding their meaning. One day, Anne took Helen to a water pump. She let cool water flow over Helen's hand while spelling the word water into her palm. Suddenly, Helen understood that the signs represented things. This moment changed her life forever. She realized that everything had a name. Helen became eager to learn new words. She touched objects and asked for their names. Her hunger for knowledge grew rapidly. She learned words for everyday objects like bread, doll, chair, and mother. Her world slowly began to make sense through touch and language. Anne Sullivan taught Helen with patience and creativity. She used nature objects and daily activities to explain new ideas and words. Helen learned to read using raised letters. Later she learned Braille, which opened the world of books and stories to her. Learning was not always easy. Helen faced many difficulties, but her strong determination helped her overcome every obstacle. She also learned to write by tracing letters. Over time she developed clear handwriting which amazed everyone around her. Helen wanted to speak like other people. She worked very hard to learn speech by feeling vibrations and movements of lips. Though her speech was not very clear, she never gave up. Her courage inspired many people who met her. Helen attended several schools for the blind and deaf. She proved that disability does not mean inability. With Anne Sullivan's support, Helen prepared for higher education. She faced great challenges but remained confident. In 1900, Helen entered Radcliffe College. It was a remarkable achievement for a deaf and blind student at that time. Anne Sullivan attended every class with Helen. She spelled lectures into Helen's hand so she could understand everything. Helen studied literature, history, philosophy, and science. She worked harder than most students to succeed. In 1904, Helen Keller graduated with honors. She became the first deaf-blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. Helen began writing books and articles. Her writings focused on courage, hope, and the power of education. Her autobiography, The Story of My Life, became famous around the world. It inspired millions of readers. Helen became a social activist. She spoke for the rights of disabled people, women, and workers. She traveled to many countries spreading messages of hope and equality. People admired her strength and wisdom. Helen worked for the American Foundation for the Blind. She helped improve education and opportunities for blind people. Despite her fame, Helen remained humble. She believed her success was due to hard work and Anne Sullivan's guidance. Anne Sullivan remained Helen's teacher and companion for nearly 50 years. Their bond was built on trust and love. After Anne's death, Helen felt deep sorrow but continued her work. She honored Anne by helping others learn and grow. Helen Keller received many awards during her lifetime. These included the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She proved that physical limitations cannot stop the human spirit. Her life is a lesson in perseverance and faith. Helen believed education was the key to freedom. She encouraged everyone to value learning and knowledge. She often said that the best things in life are felt with the heart, not seen with the eyes. Helen Keller lived a long and meaningful life. She passed away in 1968, leaving a powerful legacy. Today, Helen Keller is remembered as a symbol of courage, determination, and the triumph of the human will.